Here we go. Good morning or good afternoon. I guess at noon we don't get to say either one. I am Jean Berry. I'm with the Business Miracle Academy, the founder of the Angels, Peacocks, and Butterfly game. And today we are talking about the facilitator program and how that works with the game. And I'm excited to share that with you. And I love win-win-win-win solutions, things that really allow us all to raise the profit river, raise the spiritual river, like raise them all for all of us. And I'm really excited about this because I think this is an intersection of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give an overview of the whole thing, where it came from, why I bothered to do it at all. Then I'm going to share a little bit about spirituality and profit, and then we'll look at the game a little bit and how it does all that. And then lastly, I'm going to share how the facilitator program itself works and how it could actually serve your business too. So you're here and listening to this recording because you're a coach, you're a healer, you're a thought leader, you are an inspirer of people, and you love fun things that make your business go in a better, faster, more efficient, more spiritual way. And the reason that I really got involved in all this was because I had a very dear friend. Her name was Lynn True. She died in 2005 from breast cancer. But the 9 years before that, we decided to go check out who heals and why, like who gets a miracle. And we ended up hanging out in the desert in Sedona. I went to Kauai. She went to China. We went all over, and we kept coming back and saying, who gets a miracle? And at the same time, I was in art school, and I'm like really looking at, well, what's reality? What's real? How do we look at the world? How do we see things in a different way? And it all just came together. And when I really got who gets a miracle, it was very exciting. And I'll tell you now, everyone gets a miracle. And you simply need to choose it. And the way that most people choose a miracle is through a daily practice. And most people, unfortunately, don't have a daily practice for making miracles. And that's why I developed this game. So that's where this all came in and how it all came together. There were all these pieces, and it was actually kind of complicated and long and big. And I'm like, well, how can we make this more and more efficient? And that intersection piece then of both profit and spirituality, like how do those come together in a way that really serves people? I was listening to a speaker talk yesterday, and she was saying, is there a shortcut to enlightenment? And ultimately what she said, of course there's a shortcut to enlightenment. It's in a daily practice of every day you ask yourself, how do I love myself more? How do I listen more deeply to myself? How do I serve myself? That's the shortcut to enlightenment. And so in playing a game every day that's specifically about listening to your soul's guidance and listening for what's showing up for you and then taking action on it, you open up that portal. So now we got the game going, right? You're playing this, you're doing it every day. How cool would it be if your clients already came to you with that piece open? Like every day they're practicing. Now when you coach them, it's way easier to steer a ship that's moving, right? Oftentimes we have people come to us who are really, really stuck. And so unfortunately, we're really constantly just in cheerleader mode, as opposed to really directing them to move down the path in a more meaningful way. And so that's one of the ways that I really see this game supporting coaches, is just through opening up both their clients' portal of, lifting that river and getting the things going that they want to have done. But also by facilitating it, it raises your own river too, and makes you lift up in your business and be more aware and more in the moment and more making all that happen. So that is the gist of all of this, and why I did this, and why I wanted to make it go. And I just wanted to highlight one person here. I have a little testimonial. I'm going to share my screen here. Share screen. Where'd it go? There she is. This is Dr. Elena Estinal. I know that, Astrid, you know her.
Yeah.
And she played the game with the beta test. And what she said is, what I love about the Angel, Peacock, and Butterfly game is that it's simple and fun to do. It simply builds a positive habit, especially if you're not in the habit of connecting with your intuition. It was great to be able to put into categories and understand how my intuition was guiding me to do things and how they matched up with the cards. It was lovely to see the themes that emerged toward the end of each 25 days. I believe miracles happen every day that we don't pay attention to. Playing the game helps us focus on paying attention to those miracles, which creates even more. Yay! That is very exciting. And so the idea of really moving through this and offering it then as a tool is where I position all this, saying, okay, so how can we make this so this is a community resource of this game that everyone can play. And so when I looked at kind of like making an app or something like that for the game. And what I really discovered is this piece of tactileness, holding cards and having an actual really pretty box, right? It makes a difference in actually getting ourselves and our whole body moving into what we're going to do. And so you know what? I'm feeling prompted to actually draw cards today. So, so Astrid, we will draw cards for you today. I'm going to take this off my screen. I know. We're just going to stop that, switch to active speaker. There we go. There's Astrid. And so we're going to pull some cards for both of us today. So go ahead and say stop when you're ready for your angel card.
Okay, give me a moment.
Okay.
Stop.
Cool. Community.
Ooh.
Yeah, interesting. And then we'll go to the butterfly cards.
Mm-hmm. Stop.
Chakra 3, networking and partnerships.
Oh, what a fit. That's
That
cool.
is awesome. And peacock card.
Stop.
Collaborating.
Are you kidding me? That is amazing.
All right, Astrid at the top. This one, community. But it's pretty awesome.
Gosh.
In my chakra 3, networking and partnerships. Collaborating. Okay, so here's the spot. We're going to ground down, put our feet in the ground, and we've created a sentence now that your brain can't answer. So now we're going to listen for guidance to have it show up exactly what is right for you. So here's the sentence. I am community in my chakra 3, networking and partnerships. Therefore, I am collaborating.
So now I'm finishing the sentence for myself, right?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So I am community in my networking and partnerships. Therefore, I am collaborating.
With lots of amazing, heart-centered, soulpreneur sisters who will benefit of win-win-wins when they work with me. That's a long sentence. Is that going in the right direction, or did you want more like an
action step?
Cool. Yeah, and I love your win-win-win inspiration. And it's so funny that this came up because I'm also developing my own game right now. So, and this is actually a big thought for myself at this moment on how can I make it super juicy for everybody as well. So, and I love being inspired by you and what you're doing. And I'm going to use your game.
Yay!
Absolutely. So anyway, thank you. That was
Perfect.
cool.
Perfect. All right. So then the second part of it is then to stand in the place of being community. If you are community, feel being community, and where does it show up in your body? What does the energy look like?
Oh my gosh. I get it on my outer arms and it feels like tingling. And I just had this visual of like a big, big circle of amazing women and we're all holding hands and kind of celebrating.
And I love how it goes. Perfect. Okay. So from that space, what would be your key actions for today?
That's a good question. It will be making a list of the best, intuitively, just the collaborators that come to mind and heart for my marketing game project, and reaching out to them with a voice message, inviting them for a call, and then telling them about it.
Awesome. Okay, yeah. Reach out for a call. Perfect. Okay, I love that inspiration. So what we've opened, of course, is a portal, and I'll send that to you.
Thank you.
And so we've opened a miracle portal that when you do your actions, it is one of the unlimited possibilities that could happen has now opened up so that we can see an actual shift in you and your business. And it might be tomorrow, it might be in 2 weeks, or it might be in 2 years. But you've shifted the divine matrix to make that happen. So,
so exciting.
Thank you for playing. That is awesome.
Oh, thank you for inviting me.
Okay. So we're gonna go. So the next part of this is how does the program itself work? What are we doing for that? And how can we create this win-win-win-win-win program for everyone? So I'm going to actually pull this up again, and the link to it is Business Miracle Academy /facilitators. But I'll just pull it right up on the screen here. But if you want to go there too, there we go, facilitators. Facilitators with an S. Okay, so I'm just going to scroll right down here to what we're going to do in the course. And we're going to walk through them briefly, and then we're going to just come back to one of them because I really want to get deeply into how partners are going to make money with this and how that will work. So we'll get a little deeper into that. So the first part is that, of course, we're going to get very powerfully connected to soul's guidance. That is really the big deal in this, is making sure that we're finding those authentic intentions and uncovering the things that really make you go, and eliminating resistance, because resistance is where we naturally live and we're going to create a path around it. There are some natural states of being have us, it's just a pattern, and there's not really stuck things, but it's created a little rut. And so we're just going to get out of the rut, and we're going to go over and create a new path around it that eventually will eliminate those resistance that are showing up.
Jean?
Yes.
Can I say something real quick, just to give people a big picture, because it just came up for me. Like that was the thing that wasn't fully clear at the beginning when you started talking about the game. It's like, oh, there's a training with that. What does that mean? So I just want to mirror back real quick to others who may not be that familiar with it yet. So you have this cool game that we can use in our own practice and share it with our clients as coaches. But in your package, you also have this really cool training that we as facilitators get. So that we highly benefit ourselves, but we also know how to use the game in the best way possible. I just wanted to give that.
Perfect. Thank you. Yes, thank you for sharing that, because I know that, and there are actually a whole bunch of little other pieces about the game itself. So just playing the game itself will get you a bunch of cool things, but you're right. Then we have the next level of it, which is saying, how could you be a facilitator of the game to actually practice? So thank you for that. And so the second part of that, of course, is learning how to play the game in a more the deeper levels of that. And one of the pieces of the game is after you've drawn your cards, you actually go to the I'm trying to pull it out here, the booklet, and tally what you got. And that allows you to really see what's happening. And what I do is I train you how to see those themes and decode what all that means over the 25 days so that you can help people get really, really clear about what their next steps are. And what's exciting about that is there's a lot of coaches who are very specifically in one area. They may work on money issues. They may work on mindset. They may be very specific about marketing. That is their main thing that they're working on, or sales processes, or even business planning. This will point very specifically to what they need and what your clients really, really need support in as you move along. And so it makes it really easy to pinpoint what experts to hire next. Like, how do you, ultimately, I think it's going to save people a ton of money because they get the opportunity to really get connected to what's right for them in that moment, instead of acting out of that stuck place of feeling inadequate and then trying to find someone to fix it. And it's a much bigger, broader picture of how do you get into that bigger circle instead of, and the inside one that keeps us stuck in resistance. So yes. All right, so that's learning to play the game. Create a unique offering with the game. So in the facilitator program, we actually get very deeply into how is this uniquely attached to your business. If you are a marketing coach, how would this align with that? If you are a finance coach, how does this align with that? And so we will come up with the unique offering that really aligns this in there. And we're going to come back to that one because I think this is a fun place to really look at how this intersects and how this can work. We're going to teach you how to get the first clients for the game, and through your unique offering, we'll craft a system that feels really great. And even if you're afraid of this step, like, anyone can sell a game. It's pretty funny when I stand up at networking events and say, and we play a game for our business to grow it. Most people are very intrigued, very excited, and they want it. And so that's a pretty cool, fun thing. The next thing we're going to do is learn how to teach the game and the Miracle Formula workshop. Now, I haven't actually talked about the Miracle Formula at all, but the Miracle Formula workshop is actually a workshop that can be as short as 20 minutes and up to 2.5 hours that explains why this works. It walks through people's lives, how they get stuck, and how to create miracles. It's a 3-point system. And I have actually the full shortened Miracle Formula workshop on my Facebook page in the group. So if you want to see the Miracle Formula workshop, you can go watch it for free and check it out. It is really cool and creates a lot of ahas where people understand then why they're stuck and why they're in their head and why they're over-certified and not making things happen that they really want in their business. And so that's the Miracle Formula workshop. That's all included right in the facilitator program, both the game and the Miracle Formula workshop. And it's been really, really cool. Once people understand the Miracle Formula, they're more likely to play the game every day because they understand why it's important. We're going to do facilitating group game programs, the ins and outs of group facilitation. And then lastly, we're going to actually build confidence and get support, because we're going to actually allow you to test through all of your stuff, all of your marketing, all of those things with us before you put it out in the world, so that you get some feedback, feel fabulous, and this will be effective for you. So I'm really excited about this program. I think it's going to allow all the things that need to be in place to augment a really cool coaching business and make that go. So I'll tell you about that in a second. So here's what's in the program. It's six live classes. They'll be recorded, of course. If you can't make one live, you can certainly always consume them or go back to them for as long as they're up on the internet. You can go back and find them and listen to them and review them. Class notes on every class, handouts for every class. There will be monthly calls. So this isn't just a one-time thing. We're going to stay connected for a whole year, where we have monthly calls to really check in. How do we support each other? Yeah, I know. It's awesome because we're a team. We're a team.
God.
We want to make that work and really workshop some of the stuff, and over the year really get honed down to what works and growing everyone's business exponentially. We'll have a private Facebook group, and then any of the group game facilitations that I host are included for free, as well as any master classes that I teach about it are all included for free that I teach during the year. So those are all included in this as well. So I think it's a really cool, fun program. And here are what, oh, and I didn't even say this. You get to be a preferred referral partner, which means that, like I mentioned in the book, when people find out the things, when they pinpoint after doing the tallies exactly the areas that they need to work on, it's really easy to say, it looks like you really need some system support, or, your office clutter. You become a feng shui, the preferred person for feng shui, or if you're a money coach, you become the preferred referral partner for that, which I think is really exciting within this, because we're automatically referring to each other within the system because we're seeing exactly. We don't have to be all those things to all people. I see some coaches saying, well, I kind of know how to do money stuff, so we'll do that. No, I'd way rather send them to an expert in that. I'm an expert in having you get connected to your soul's guidance. That's what I'm really, really, really good at. I can help you get clear. Now, I've learned how to do business. I've learned some marketing. I've learned all those things along the way, yet I'm not an expert in those. And so I'd rather have you, work with those experts exactly when you need them. So that's what's built right into this game and the facilitation program as well. Then lastly, bonuses. Yay, we love bonuses. Bonuses are included to make sure that this really works really great for all the coaches who pop in on this and are part of this program. And first of all, 2 60-minute one-on-one coaching calls with me. I want to make sure that everyone's really aligned, that they have the tools that they need to make this work in their business. And so we will workshop that through. We will make sure, get you clear, because that's what I'm really good at, what your unique path, purpose, and method is. And so that's what we'll do in the coaching. And then 50 games shipped to you. Yay. This is a really exciting part of the program because we'll be selling the games themselves. The suggested retail price, you can sell them for whatever you want to sell them for, but the suggested retail will be $47 for each one. So if you were simply to sell them at retail price, you would make $2,350 back, which in a second when I tell you the investment, it'll be very exciting. I'm selling a facilitated program for just $297 a month. Well, it's actually $29 a month, which is more than $297 a year. And that would, and so you get to choose where does this go with that, and we're going to talk about that more in a moment. The shipping's included in all that. We're going to make it all go. I'm very excited about this, and so we've set the investment at $25.97, and with the bonus games included with the facilitation program, it really does pay for itself. So as I mentioned, selling them at retail, you can see it says $23.50. That $297 comes to $14,850. Woohoo! In the facility, and so it makes it virtually free to participate. And so, in my mind, this is really kind of a no-brainer, as long as it aligns, right? And so we just want to figure out, is this a good alignment? So, of course, I have a payment plan to make it easier. It is a 6-month payment program of $475 a month. Of course, if you're out of the United States, Unfortunately, shipping is crazy expensive, and so there's an additional $475 expense to cover the shipping outside of the United States, but as long as you're in the US, that's included. And then I do have a guarantee, because honestly, I want happy, exciting, thriving business owners. That's what I want in this program. And if you pop in and you're in for the first 30 days and you're like, I don't know if this is for me, I'm going to give you all your money back and we will go on our ways. It'll be perfect. Once the games ship, then there's no other refunds, because that's where it lives. And so you have plenty of time to figure out if this is really, really a great match. And of course, I am very happy to schedule a conversation, a one-on-one conversation, to walk through this and see if this is a great match. And look for that soul guidance piece, the clarity, all those things, to make sure that we are working toward the same thing and we truly have created a win-win-win-win-win-win for everyone who's here. All right, so I just want to pop back up here. So any questions about that, Astrid? Did that all make sense?
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I think I'm good so far. Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. So I just want to pop back up to this part. We're creating a unique offering with the game and what that looks like. And I have a couple people who are jumping into the facilitator program, a couple more who are thinking about it at this moment. And so we're just working through that. And I just want to tell how it looks for some of those people. And one of them is my lovely friend, Lisa. She is a laughter yoga instructor. When we first started working together, actually coaching together, she had this very intuitive download that said, you're going to get paid to laugh, to which we all laughed at. We're like, no one gets paid to laugh, right? How do you get paid to laugh? Well, and we had never even heard of laughter yoga. We didn't know what it was. And through a series of taking all the little baby steps that show up, right? So she's playing the game, taking the baby steps that show up each day. She was prompted to go to a specific event. And while she was there, another participant said, "Oh, you'd be amazing at laughter yoga." And she's like, "What?"
Oh my gosh.
What's that? And it was just one of those really interesting. And so now she's actually a teacher trainer for laughter yoga. She gets paid to laugh. And I know, which is pretty awesome, right? And she's looking at this program then. And then she also teaches a relationship course. And so she's got a few things going on. But she has decided to actually take this as a standalone program, and she's going to create a workshop with laughter yoga and with playing games. So it's going to be like fun and games for business, and that's what she'll call her workshop. And she's going to charge $147 for the workshop. It's a 4-hour workshop. It'll be a live event. And she's expecting to run 3 of them She figures she can put in 12 to 15 people at each one. That is what she's normally doing right now. If she runs a workshop, that's how many people show up. So for her, she's looking at this saying, well, that makes sense. And so in 3 workshops, I'll get well over the money back that I invested in this. So at $147, I think it's like $7,300 that she'll be making by filling those 50 slots over probably 3 or 4 workshops. And so that's what she's aiming at right now, and looking at this as a compelling thing that has people show up. So that's one way. I have another lady who she's actually just starting her coaching business. And she is a real estate agent. She has been doing real estate for 20 years. And after we talked and walked through, well, what would your unique offering be? What would that look like? She said, well, I'm going to be coaching a lot of real estate agents. And then she also had this aha, oh my gosh, real estate agents always have these gatherings, like weekly gatherings in the real estate office. And they always have speakers come in. Hey, there's Lisa. We were just talking about you. Can you hear us, Lisa?
That is my audio.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, there. Okay.
There you are. So
Sorry.
Lisa, meet Astrid. Astrid, Lisa.
Hello.
I was just talking about you, so that's good that you want to say hi.
Good deal. Yeah, I was on another conference call, so then.
Oh, got it.
You gotta get back. I gotta get on the computer.
Perfect. Well, we were just talking about how you're planning to put together a workshop for laughter yoga and playing games.
Yes. Yeah, laughter yoga and playing the game. So I think it's a good match.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And so, and then I was just talking about Cheryl, who is a real estate agent, she's going to use it. She's actually going to start coaching real estate agents. She's just starting her coaching business, but she's been in real estate for 20 years. She knows tons of real estate agents. So she's going to use it as an add-on, and, one of those compelling pieces that says, okay, we're coaching, and by the way, I also have this cool thing that we're going to do. She has an interesting coaching process that involves art and things like that. So, and creativity, which is a really cool thing too. So she feels this will be a really great match she'll just bump up her price for her coaching to include the price of the game. And so that's how she's going to use the game. And then she's going to go to real estate events, where they have 12 to 15 real estate agents who show up and just do a little talk about it. And so that is her intent for both growing her coaching business and making her money back from the games. And so, there's a lot of interesting, unique things to do with that. And Astrid, I know you're creating your own game as well. And the idea of coming up with, how does that uniquely roll out for you? So are you do you do live events? No, you do mostly online stuff, don't you?
I do both. I do recorded. I have an online program with recorded elements, but I do live calls with that as well. It's like a fusion, and then I have some open live calls as well. But I wanted to say that I'm totally gonna sign up. It's such a cool match for me too, because I am my audience is soulful female soulpreneurs who are creative in one way or another, and I keep getting nudged up from Spirit and everybody else that I need to bring more creativity into my work because that's one of my superpowers, branding and design. And so I love what you're doing, and it really complements actually the game that I'm personally doing as well, because yours seems to be very creative on the intuitive side and just here's your map of this is what you can do today. And I have another aspect that I do with mine, so it will be awesome. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Just I love that. I love how they all fit together and really open up that piece of creativity that really, especially when you're in branding, people need to find their words. They need to find the things that make their heart sing, and how do you open that and have it keep drawing to you more? And that's actually a really exciting idea of when you're working with someone on branding. You certainly could just have them, we're going to draw 10 times in a row.
Right. Oh, I love it. That is so smart.
And then that will pull out their keywords, and you'll just,
oh my gosh, I have to
have them hold that and really feel those words. And then you'll start that whole law of attraction thing happening right away, because they're just going to feel and own those words.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to try that out. That's amazing.
That is kind of very cool. A brand new thing. We're good.
Yeah.
When we all get together, we're going to create amazing synergies and those kind of things. I love how Astrid calls us synergy partners, which is amazing.
Oh, I thought that's an official thing.
Yeah, no, I love it. No, I love that. I'd never heard that term before until you said it.
Yay.
So Lisa's fabulous at pulling out things like that too. So absolutely, we all need to hang out together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, very, very cool. So that's really what I wanted to spend a little extra time on today is talk about those kind of ideas, what shows up uniquely for you around the game, and what can work around that. So anyone who's watching the recording after this, I invite you to book a time with me one-on-one so we can talk about it, because we can find that unique thing that really opens you up, makes your heart sing, and creates a bigger cash flow for you and your business and more clients and all those kind of things. So I'm very excited about that. So if for more information, of course, you can go to businessmiracleacademy.com/facilitators. And that is all included there. Any other questions that have popped up?
Not a question, but I wanted to share something because I know people will appreciate this. So this is the third time today that I played the game with you, and you pulled a card for me, and it's been like so quick and fun and on the freaking point every time. It was just like something that was just showing up at the right time, and so I don't know how you do this, but it's like really happening. It's like this law of attraction thing. It seems to be like, it's like I do oracle cards that I pull for myself, and they kind of give me the right signs at the right time, just what inspires me or what I need to hear. And I feel the same is happening with your game. It's so cool. And it's like fused with this intuition, inspiration, and an action step. It's kind of like you were saying. So I wanted to mirror that to people that I've actually experienced that, and I'm super buzzed about it.
Excellent, excellent. And that brings up a really great point, because I do have people say, are these like, is playing the game like tarot cards or like oracle cards? And actually it's different. It's a very different kind of game. And tarot and oracle cards reflect your current energy. And so they're really great for validation. And if you're stuck, like you don't know where you're at and you don't know what's going on, they're really, really great for that. What this game does is has you create your future. And so instead of setting an intention and then having you choose where you want to go, instead of seeing where you're at and what the natural outcome of that will be. And so it's a little more responsibility in making your business and your world work. But it's really exciting because it allows you to not be at the mercy of where you've been in your energy, but in creating new patterns and making that happen and shifting where you want things to go, especially from a stuck space. So yeah, so that's really perfect to talk about that. So thanks for bringing that up too.
Yeah. And I had another thing that I wanted to ask or bring up. It's like the thing that you just mentioned about this. So when we're in the facilitator program and we're taking this training with you, you mentioned this amazing synergy partner community where we all like are going to be using the game in different ways. Can you just say a little bit more on how those calls would happen? Will they be like group sort of mastermind calls where we share like how we've been using it and like share inspirations with each other, or how?
Yes, exactly. So we will start each one of those calls where we will set our intentions. We will ask for guidance how we're moving forward for each month. Then and do exactly what you mentioned is talk about how it's been working, what resistance has shown up,
nice.
how we can support each other, and then really get to know each other and our niches, because this is the team of people we want to refer people to within this program, because we know that this group really is about, asking for guidance, following through, and that we're like-minded people. And so, yes, we will definitely spend some time. And then, of course, we have our private Facebook group as well, where we can share some of that during the month as well. So I'm excited about that community.
Oh my
and
gosh.
I actually have visions of us all getting together live.
Yes!
A workshop or a retreat somewhere or something like
yes!
that. So that's what I really have in the back of my mind, is this facilitators gathering that would be amazing. So
that's part of my vision too.
Excellent.
Yay! Oh my gosh. Cool.
Awesome.
I'm so buzzed. I can't wait to share this video with, I know several women who I think would be like so buzzed about this as well. So I will share the link with me when you're done.
Of course. Yeah. So I'll put up the live, the replay of this afternoon. So you'll have it right away to share. And
One question.
I actually have ordered the games, so they are starting to be produced. So I'm expecting that they will all be shipped to facilitators by April 10th at the latest. So
Nice.
that is the ship day that's sitting on them right now is April 10th. We can plan our events and all those kind of things around that too, of the games actually arriving. So
yay. I do have another thing. I feel it would be really cool if you could, in your own words, say like who you feel would be the best coaches, like the type of people to show up for this in the facilitator program, because I know it's all about building the right synergy community, and you have a vision for that, and like who fits best. And I get a sense for it, but I'd love for you to share it with others, so when they watch this, they're like, oh, I know a friend who's just like that. Whatever. So
perfect. Yeah, I was in a BNI for many years, and so you always had to be really specific about about who those are. So yes, absolutely, I will add that on as well.
Oh, do you want to say it now too, like in brief, like just briefly, like how you envision that, like who you envision to be the best fit to join the facilitator program?
So I love working with coaches, healers, artists, inspirers, coaches who come from the heart, who are looking at, maybe they're certified in Reiki, or they've done some other healing modalities themselves, or they simply want to serve. They are truth marketers. They look at the world and say, how do I serve? And they usually have a creative spark, and they're hoping that it opens bigger. And they're looking for that heart-to-heart connection with their clients and all the people that they're working with. And they want to link arms. They want to link arms with other coaches and work collaboratively.
Yeah. Awesome.
I'm going to pick up that little clip and just put it somewhere.
Yes. That's perfect. And it's open to men and women, right? It's like, it's not exclusive.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, cool. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. All right. Well, I thank you both so much for popping on here. I will put out the replay here this afternoon, and we'll get moving. Hooray!
Yay! Hooray!
Well,
nice to meet you, Lisa.
And so sorry I was late. And Astrid, how awesome it was to meet you, and how awesome it was you got to do a little one-to-one there with Jean for.
I know. Yeah. I always appreciate that.
That's a big deal.
Yes, I always appreciate that.
So,
yeah. Really nice to meet you too, Lisa. I'm excited that we will see each other more.
All right. Cool. Thank you both.
Thank you so much, Jean. Amazing stuff. You rock. Bye-bye.
Bye.